I'm walking, walking in my purpose. I'm walking, walking in my purpose.
So today with us on Stool Talk, we're honored to have back for the second time Mrs. Brooklyn Vaughn, a freshman at Loyola University of Chicago. She's quickly making a name for herself as an elite player in her rise of college basketball in her first season. A natural leader on the court, off the court, she embodies the perfect balance of dedication, skill, and team leadership. As a standout student athlete, her work ethic is what everybody, raves about. Her passion for the game. She sets apart from all the other players, while her faith remains whole, and she got a great core family that helps her in her journey with a bright future ahead. She continues with those around her the commitment of excellence and unwavering belief in her purpose. Today we have with us the one, the only, the elite Brooklyn Vaughn. How you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. So, how has it been? Have you had a chance to sit down, to unwind, to take it all in your first season playing college basketball?
Honestly, that's what I've been doing since we ended like a week ago and then we start back for spring workouts in after next week. So that's
Yeah.
what I've really been just thinking about, but it's been like a wild ride. Like I feel like I've really grown over this past season as a player, but also as a person. Just
Yeah.
like learning to gel with the new team and like the highs and lows of
Yeah.
what is basketball and ultimately life. So it's been really like it's been a really good journey so far.
Um, your faith shall make you whole. So that's what the Bible says. That's what God says. How has your faith got you through this season, through the ups and downs, through missing your family? Because your family is an intricate part of your life, your world. And I know, they come to the games, but it's still different with you being away. So how have your faith helped you maneuver through all that?
My faith has been an integral part of just me getting through my whole journey here. Um, I'd say like just getting in my Bible and just like holding on to like verses and just honestly exploring the Bible more and more, even if it's not directly related to basketball, but just learning like how like God really is in my life and really is present in my life. So, and then like every morning you gotta wake up, you gotta thank God for being alive. It's really changed my process and even like complaining, like, oh, I'm tired, like, man, that sprint was hard, or and then it's like, but I'm blessed to be able to have the legs to be able to walk, to be able to sprint. Like, I'm blessed to be able to even be in the position that I'm in.
Yeah.
So it really helps, especially in times like that where it's like be blessed, like really take in what you're allowed to do and what you're able to do because all of it is a privilege, like the air we breathe. So just
Yeah. Man, that's amazing. That's amazing. How did you adapt to the increase of competition, the intensity of college basketball?
I would say the transition was pretty smooth. Um, from just the AU program I was at before and like really working hard and the like work ethic wise, like it was just like it was the constant grind. It's the constant grind I'm used to. So it's like, it definitely is interesting going with like the challenges of making sure you like find your way to play your game and like and coming in as a freshman, it's harder to produce like the way that you've just possibly like dominated before, maybe in high school, or like you saw yourself playing a bigger role and now you kind of have to like be in a spot where you have to find and navigate how to do that again. But
Yeah.
it's also fun because it's like a whole new challenge of learning how to do something that you feel like you already knew how to do. So it's like find another way, and it's just like a really good process, a difficult process, but it's really fun.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to definitely ask you that. And one thing that I know that God has made you and He has given you the gift of love in your heart and leadership. So it's perfect for you, even though you still had to adjust because you have all the gifts inside you to be the leader, to be funny, to make sure the team is getting better. Even though I done played all 4 years. I'm normally tired, getting all the minutes and all that. Now I have to adjust. Can you take us through what was it, February the 15th? And will that day always be special to you? Do you know what happened on February 15th?
Minus 44, Loyola Denver.
Um, yes, I actually do know what happened February 15th. My first college start.
Yes, yes.
Um, actually, it's funny, like funny enough, I'm gonna talk about this. I was planning on talking about this later, but that's actually like my favorite moment of the season, but not just because it's my college start. I actually didn't tell my parents that I was starting that game. Like I did, yeah. So they didn't know, and they actually got to be at that game. Funnily enough, they were told me they were coming down to that game, and I'd found out like 2 days before the game that I was going to be starting, and I was like, oh, and I thought about telling them, but I was like, no, I'll just wait. And then they got there, and my mom, I saw her pull out her phone, and I was like she was so surprised. But that game, I can talk about that game. It was a very like close game. We ended up losing by 5. But what made that game so special for me wasn't even the college start. That was like it was a very like near dear moment to my heart. But the moment that made like that game special was after the loss. That game happened to be our national women and girls in sports day, and so we had before the game like there was something in our gym going on, and it was like a big convention of like kids just being able to play sports and like young kids and finding love for the game. And then so afterwards, there were so many people there, and afterwards we had to still sign autographs. And it's like when after a loss it's kind of like like after a loss you're kind of just wanting to be away, separate yourself from the game, like, but then it immediately brings you back to why you play the game and why you like participate in this sport and just have so much love for it. Is sitting there and signing autographs and learning all the names and like the different sports these kids play is just like, I don't know, it's just so like it's wholesome, like a heartwarming experience. It shows you like, wow, like this kid I met today could go on to be the next like, who knows, LeBron. And I met them, and it's like you don't know how just your impact on the court or somebody watching you can like just bring joy to their life and inspire them to go, like, whether it's basketball, whether it's just like in life in general, like. So yeah, that's my favorite, actually. Yes, that is my favorite game, but
Yeah.
not only because it's my first start.
Yeah, and that's just another reason that we, speak of your selflessness, how it's not always about you, but and just vice versa, what you said that the impact you will make. Um, the impact that you would make when people be able to see you and they say, "Man, I remember the game where that player right there," and you'll become their most famous player, and they'll watch you. You guys already got the screen with the different players on there. Y'all do dances, y'all do stuff, y'all keep them engaged so they won't never forget that. So that definitely will be able to mean a lot. And then another thing, when I was thinking of this interview and I was thinking about you, I was thinking of God knows that He can trust you with the little things, so He's gonna bless you with even much more because you you happy, you give Him thanks in a little. So when He give you much more, you're not gonna stray apart, with what He's doing as far as in your life, and you'll be able to manage it.
Amen.
Yeah. How was it balancing, maintaining your academics performance at another level because you already was elite at high school in the classroom? So how was it, with all the newness going on with the structure of the basketball, the camps, the films, and how did you balance that?
I would say still at a high academic performance for myself. That is the most important thing for me. And it will student athlete. So student comes first, and they always say that, but you really have to live it, especially in this like this collegiate environment. And I'd say the hardest thing about like keeping it up is just making sure you attend your classes, making sure you get up because you have a lot more freedom in college. While you're in high school, you're able to you have to you go you're in school already. Why, skipping a class, why would you do that? Like you got to go, it's like a flow, 8 periods of your day, bam 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 practice.
Yeah,
Here for me, so all my class start at 8:15. All my classes are before practice here. And I set my schedule up like that so I'd have the rest of the day.
yeah,
But you go to class, you got to go to class, and then it's like, okay, it's a mental thing. It's like, you're going to be in these classes, you need to get up, work hard, like, and then bam, kill it in the classroom so you can go kill it on the court. So it's like, it definitely is a mental grind when it's like you're learning plays and then you got to study for this exam. But we have a lot of great resources here. That we have a beautiful ice like IC, which is our information commons, but looks upon the lake, like so many different things where you can get focused, you can have me time, real zen, and like really put in that work on and off the court. So definitely keeping my grades up. That's my priority, my focus, because you have to have that degree
yeah.
after this, regardless of how long we play basketball. You gotta have so many different avenues and career paths with your future. So
Yeah. And how was it with the chemistry with your team, being that you were underclassmen with the upperclassmen and gelling with them, finding a way that they play, finding a way that you can fit in because you're very versatile, but now being on a new team with different players and then being acclimated because it was times and moments throughout the season where you really was in the groove, like you've been already part of the program. So how did you make that easy and how did you adapt?
adapting to a new team is always just one of those things where it's like at first you have your little like screws and kinks that you have to work out. Um, for me, it was really just getting to know my teammates. Really getting to be a part, like, and knowing them on and off the court, knowing who they are, learning how they like to play basketball, and like fitting myself in to like also be able to play basketball to their strengths and to my strengths. I think that's a really good component of like having friends on and off the team. Is like, yeah, on the court, it makes it so much easier on the court when you're friends with people off the court because you know who they are as a person. So when you know who they are as a person, you can better serve them as a basketball player and they can better serve you. So but yeah, learning from the upperclassmen, just watching them like on their journey of just like being leaders and like trying to be a student and like learn from their experiences and like see how they've developed and just their way of thinking from being a freshman to being a senior. It's like been very helpful.
Yeah. Was it any upperclassmen or coaches that played a pivotal role in your development this year?
I'd say yes. Off the court, uh, especially like Destiny Jackson. She's one of our seniors here, but she's always like, if I need anything, like always there. Whether that's dinner later or whether it's like, all right, BK, let's get in the gym. Come on, you're about to do some moves on me, doing post moves. Just that, like she is all around, like always there for me. So shout out to Destiny. Um, and just like uh Coach Simon Harris. He's my position coach, but I've been really working with him, just like being strong, having a base. Like I'm an undersized post, and really just like developing those skills, and then obviously just working on later developing my shooting game and things like that. So
Yeah. What specific skills in your game are you aiming to develop during the off season?
So for the off season, I want a goal for myself for next season to be that I am a 70% and above free throw shooter. I definitely think free throws are so important and fundamental to the game of basketball, and they go unnoticed. So I need to make sure I'm holding myself to a standard so I can help my team. But also, I just want to get better with my range and shooting capabilities, my confidence with taking those shots, attacking downhill. I really want to be aggressive and just show people that I'm here and make myself known and my presence known on the court, and then my ball handling so I can have more trust to do those things like attacking downhill and possibly putting myself in a better scoring position and putting my teammates in a better scoring position.
Yeah, and I think you're gonna be dangerous next year because you're versatile, because you can dribble, but you can pick and pop. So they can't never leave you open with the double team because you got range, you can shoot. Because it was one game that the range was showing like you was in so much of zone, you left it like a what's that movie called? Love and Basketball. Remember she left the leg. You had a game where you was boom, let me get back on defense when you was feeling it. So that's definitely how do you plan to keep the focus from this year for you can be mentally focused for the summer into next season that you don't let it die down, but you can kind of like use it as momentum.
Really just staying motivated. I think this season a lot of like us and the girls, we feel like we could have done more. I feel like we all feel like our team like could have gone farther and we had just mental lapses. So remembering those moments and remembering my seniors who don't get to play anymore and how that like their last season went, building off of that and becoming a winning like becoming winners honestly because you don't work super hard just to get this close and not show up. So me and my teammates have already talked about in the off season. We've already actually been in the gym, obviously, but like workouts, like being in the gym, really just being focused and taking this so seriously. So as soon as we start back in the summer, we are starting and we aren't like we're pushing until March comes again and we're going to be playing in March. That's what we want. We want to be a postseason team. So
Yeah. What's your favorite set of uniforms? Because y'all got multiple. What's your favorite set?
mine personally is the all black. I just think
Yeah.
all black is so nice. They have the nice stitching on it and the jersey like uh kind of like this a little bit, like with the cursive.
Yeah.
It's just so nice. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say all black. I think they look tough. I think most of my teammates would agree, like our all black uniforms, just nice.
Yeah. What drives your passion for basketball and who have been your biggest inspiration on this journey so far?
I would say my like what drives my motivation for basketball is all the ways and like places basketball can take me. Like I know that like basketball is like just this like start of all these connections I've made like in my life and like these connections that I really cherish. Like basketball has brought me so much from that. And then it's just something, it's just my love for the game. Also, like just loving basketball, like the excitement of it, the thrill, and the entertainment, and the way that you can constantly get better. The way that, oh, this game wasn't your game, but next game can be your game. Like the little details to just perfect things. Like, I don't know, basketball is just like that's my main motivation is just to always get better. And then I would say like obviously like my parents, they've always been and my siblings, like we are just also like the people that like if you are gonna be doing this, do it to your best ability.
Mm.
Don't do something halfway. And like they've always instilled that into me. So like I always hear my dad, like even from back in the day, like as my track coach, being like, go, BK, go. Like, and that is constantly pushing through my mind. So when I'm tired, it's go, BK, go. Like a constant, you got this. Like
Yeah.
you've done harder, you will do harder things, like push through and just keep going because this this game can take you so far.
Yeah, and shout out to your parents as well. Like even your mom, she makes sure everybody from Toledo, Northwest Ohio, whoever follows you, get to see what you're doing, the highlights, the video. So it's like we there with you, getting to see the different things. So we appreciate her. We appreciate your parents definitely for that. What advice would you have for incoming freshmen based on your experience? What advice could you give them to be prepared for next season?
I would give incoming freshmen the advice of playing free and don't let anyone or the don't let the moment take you away from your game. I know that it's really hard and stressful coming into this new basketball season. It's very like anticipatory. You're always waiting, you're anxious, and it's like, okay, what if this is gonna go wrong? And what happens if this? And I know it's this much like, and it's all these different expectations. But I promise, like if you live in the moment, like things will come. I remember my first real official practice, like in when we got here in the summer, our first practice, our coach, man, she's just coaching. Like it's not babying. Like you're not gonna be babied at this level. Like you're not gonna sit here and be explained everything what this is, and there's different terms for things, and it's like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I've been playing basketball for years and I don't know anything right now. And then instantly you pick up on it, you learn, you adapt. If you just trust yourself and like really breathe and live in the moment, it's while it will be stressful, you will like you'll be so much better for it. Like I'm completely different with learning just like basketball terminology than I was when I first got here as a freshman. So just really take in the moment, trust yourself, and know that you are here for a reason. You are a basketball player for a reason. Don't doubt your skills and don't doubt yourself because you have to bet on you.
Yeah. And before we close it out, I'm gonna do a little rapid fire. You either pick one or the other. Um, Fast break or a set offense.
Fast break. I'm a runner.
3-pointer or a drive to the basket.
Drive to the basket. You got to get in there.
Home games or away games.
I'm an away game type of girl. Something about that, like, crowd that's betting against you fuels the fire.
Yeah. Pre-game music or quiet focus.
I'm a pregame music type of girl, but it varies. Some days I'm gospel, and some days I'm Chief Keef.
So what's that go-to song Chief Keef would go to when you trying to turn up?
Uh, Sosa Chamberlain,
Okay. So playing man-to-man defense or zone.
man to man, guard your yard.
Yeah. If you had a chance to win the game with a game-winning shot or a game-winning block, which one would you pick?
I'm gonna go game-winning block. I'm about the defense.
Yeah. Who's the silliest on your team?
Silliest on our team, probably Kendall Hendricks.
Okay. Who's the best dancer?
Me.
You.
Tula number 4 though, she's a close second.
Okay. And a quick question too, as your senior is Nene. That's the senior that's leaving.
Oh, Nene.
Nene, yeah, yeah. I seen that. Tell us a little bit about Nene.
Nene. She's Paris, France. She's a JUCO product. Uh,
Okay.
she came all the way from France, no family here in the States, and she's just like really like inspiring, like the way that she's like put her like she bets on herself.
Yeah.
She's got that dog in her, high paced, fast paced, like always believing you can do it type of player. And then she's been teaching me some French. So I know a few words. They're all random, but I know a few words. She's like my dance partner. She's my locker buddy. So yeah, I'm gonna be real sad when she leaves. I'm gonna be honest. When these couple months are gone and she has to go back to Paris, I'm gonna be be real sad.
Yeah, yeah. But you always got a friend in Paris now when you get the passport if you already ain't got one.
Indeed, see,
Yeah.
back takes you so many different places.
Yeah. Dang. Shout out to Nene as well. If you could have a one-on-one with any WNBA player, who would it be and why?
I would say Asia Wilson. Uh, it would be so I can learn from her moves. And trying to guard a defensive player like that, like a defensive and offensive player like that, like just watching how she like is so graceful. I think I could learn a lot. So, and then I think it would just be fun too. Like I know she's competitive, so it would just be fun.
Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure right now is watching Grey's Anatomy. I back on my Grey's Anatomy grind, and yeah.
All right. If you was to hit a three, a big three, what would your celebration be?
Boom, one of those.
Yeah.
If
Um, if you wasn't playing basketball, what other sport would you play?
I wasn't playing basketball, I'd probably be running track. Uh, and because that's where I started, and I think I'd still be doing it if it wasn't for basketball.
Yeah. Describe your game in 3 words.
I would say my game is competitive, hustle, and gritty.
Yeah. What's one fun fact that most people might not know about you?
Ooh, fun fact about me. Fun fact about me is that I have 9 siblings. Uh,
Oh,
so I come from a big family.
yeah. And I think one underrated trait about you is you're a good actor. So I can see you dealing with media, dealing with like on something because you good with characters, you good with improv and all that. That's a secret. I don't know if too many people know. If you could have dinner with any three basketball legends, past or present, who would it be?
Okay, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and then Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo, my favorite player, so I would just want to be able to be there and like pick his pick his brain about what I think I can do, and then I would want to settle the debate between who's the goat between LeBron and Jordan. So a
Yeah,
little messy of me, but I would.
yeah. I like where you going. Who is your goat in your opinion?
I'm going with LeBron.
Okay.
Long
Uh,
at all.
what's your favorite basketball shoe to hoop in?
Uh, Greek, the Greek freaks, Giannis Zoom threes.
Okay. If you had to pick a dream vacation spot, where would it be?
Hawaii. Now I've been to Hawaii already, but I want to go back. Like I think about those skies all the time.
If you had to choose a nickname for yourself on the court, what would it be besides BK?
Okay, this one is tough. I would probably so it'd be Bikwe walk 'em down.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I see where you going. The last question. What's the best piece of advice a coach has ever given you?
Uh, honestly, I couldn't narrow it down to one piece of like one certain piece of advice, but I'd say just from a collective um advice that I've gotten from like just some of my coaches is just uh like live in the moment.
Yeah.
Like feel it. Like cuz I think a lot of people get anxious, and especially me when my coaches can see that I get anxious, and especially Coach Harris just like live in the moment, be present. And then from Coach Freeze, shout out Coach Freeze, ABR, always be rebounding.
Yeah, definitely. And we thank you. We appreciate you, Brooklyn. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Your dedication to basketball, your leadership, and your faith is truly inspiring. We're excited to see all what you have accomplished and what you will accomplish down the road and beyond. Keep striving for greatness. We'll be cheering for you every step of the way. And remember, if God is for you, who can be against you? And you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength because why? You're more than a conqueror. So we thank you. It's been great.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the elite, the amazing Miss Brooklyn Vaughn, BK all day.
I'm walking in my purpose.